They are the silent sentinels of the wetlands. They do not hunt, they do not hide, they simply are. For decades, we believed the capybara was merely a harmless oversized rodent, a bloated mascot of the animal kingdom's apathy. We were wrong. In the shadows of the Amazon and the manicured lawns of gated Florida communities, a quiet revolution is unfolding, one dictated not by violence, but by an unsettling, motionless vacuum of emotion. While the rest of the world burns in a frantic cycle of anxiety and ambition, the capybara sits, it stares, it waits with a stoic, unblinking gaze that suggests it knows exactly when the clock runs out for the rest of us. Scientists call it interspecies sociality. I call it a psychological siege. They have been seen befriending crocodiles, beasts that should, by every law of nature, be tearing them limb from limb. Yet, the crocodile remains frozen, suppressed by the capybara's inexplicable, terrifying aura of chill. It is a biological anomaly that defies the predatory instinct, a psychic dampener that turns the fiercest killers into compliant furniture. Is it kindness, or is it a sophisticated form of neural hijacking that we are only beginning to witness? Imagine a creature so devoid of stress that it creates a gravitational pull of lethargy, dragging every living soul around it into a state of vegetative bliss. This is the Capybara Conundrum. They are infiltrating our suburban ponds, standing motionless in the moonlight like hairy, four-legged monoliths. When you look into those dark, beady eyes, you don't see a pet. You see a mirror, reflecting the frantic absurdity of human civilization. They aren't just too chill for us, they are a living critique of our chaotic existence. A fluffy harbinger of a world where the only way to win the game of survival is to stop playing it entirely. They are the masters of the long game, and as they slowly migrate into our parks and our viral feeds, one must wonder, are we observing them, or are we being conditioned for a future where we too must learn to sit perfectly still while the world collapses around us? The tension is in what they do, it's in the harrowing realization of what they don't do. The invasion didn't come with fire or steel. It came with a soft, rhythmic clicking and the sound of heavy bodies sliding into chlorinated water. Across the globe, reports are surfacing of the stillness. It begins with a single capybara appearing on a golf course or a roadside ditch. Within days, the local wildlife undergoes a disturbing transformation. Dogs stop barking. Birds cease their frantic migrations. Even the neighborhood cats, those tiny engines of spite, find themselves curled up against the coarse, coconut-like fur of the intruder, trapped in a trance of absolute serenity. It is a biological blackout. We've spent centuries worrying about an artificial intelligence takeover, fearing the cold logic of the machine, while we ignored the organic threat grazing on our hydrangeas. The capybara is the ultimate disruptor. It doesn't hack our servers, it hacks our dopamine receptors. It offers a peace so profound it feels like a threat, a silence so heavy it rings in the ears like a funeral bell for the modern age. What happens when the chill becomes contagious? In the dark heart of the suburbs, the conundrum deepens. We see the videos, the slow emotion walks, the blissful soaking in hot springs, and we call it vibing. But look closer at the faces of the humans in these clips. There is a glazed look in their eyes, a slackness to the jaw. They are losing the edge that built empires. We are being lured into a trap of ultimate leisure, a velvet-lined pit of indifference. The capybara is not a friend. It is an existential predator that eats your motivation and leaves you hollow. They are the apex procrastinators, the gurus of the void, and they are expanding their territory, 1 yard at a time. As the moon rises over the marshlands, thousands of these hairy enigmas turn their heads in perfect unison toward the flickering lights of our cities. They aren't waiting for a signal. They are the signal. The age of the hunter is over. The age of the sitter has begun. And as you close your eyes tonight, just remember, somewhere, just outside your window, something is sitting perfectly still, watching the world end with a terrifying, adorable lack of concern. If you felt the unsettling pull of the chill, or witnessed a capybara's eerie stillness in the wild, let the trance take hold. Break the silence by hitting the subscribe button and ringing the notification bell to join our search for the truth. Are these creatures truly the peaceful icons we crave, or is there something more sinister lurking behind those unblinking eyes?